Ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of you are having a great day. I do firstly want to apologize for my lateness and my late reaction to such a big news. There has been officially announced by SKA that there has been a major coaching change. So let's get straight to it. Let's get straight to the reaction. So Roman Rothenberg, who is a Finnish Russian businessman whose father has very close tie with Russian President Vladimir Putin, who Roman Rothenberg also is a man who has great knowledge, who is a great businessman, became the head coach of SK St. Petersburg in 2022 and has coached SK until now, until 2025. For 3 years, he has been coaching SKA and the Russian national hockey team. A lot of people, a lot of KHL fans, even a lot of SKA fans have a lot of mixed reaction about Rothenberg. And it is valid because Rothenberg has never played professional hockey. He strictly based his whole knowledge on just watching the NHL, which I think it's not enough. Look, I am also a big fan of hockey, and I would be really happy to be a head coach in hockey. But it does not mean that just because I watch a lot of hockey that I know what I'm doing. You gotta have a bit of education, a bit of knowledge. So that makes sense. But on top of that, Rothenberg has no success with the Russian national team. Neither does he have success with our club, with SKA. So for 4 years, he has done absolutely nothing. And every single year we had so much great talent. Michkov, Demidov, Gritsyuk. I can go on and on and on. So much talent that we wasted. Goalies, defenders, offensive players, rookies, young true talents that have left SKA. So, but after all, I still think that Rothenberg is a man of great focus. I still think he's a man of great passion. I think he loves hockey. If he wanted to, he could have just become a businessman. But he decided that, you know what, I want to become a coach. But he just does not have the knowledge that he requires, or his formation is just terrible. This is professional hockey. It's not just about passion. It's also about putting the right formations together and winning hockey games. And especially, most importantly, having success in the playoffs, which Rothenberg has not at all. And we have had great amounts of squads. Like this year, that was disappointing. We should have made it to the finals. That was a great team, a great squad, yet we were not able to have much success. Now, the new coach that has been announced is none other than the legend, NHL Hall of Famer, an absolute legend for Russian hockey, Igor Larionov, who has played in the NHL, has started his career with the KHL, of course, and then went to the NHL, won 2 or 3 Stanley Cups with the Detroit Red Wings. He was a fantastic player. He's a Russian legend. There's a reason why he has won 3 cups and is in the NHL Hall of Fame. For a Russian player, which is very difficult going overseas, that is quite of an accomplishment. So, him coming in changes a lot of things. This is a big change in system. Let's just be straight here. Let's be honest here. This is a big change in hockey system. You're going from a businessman, a business tycoon who has no knowledge of the game that much, just started watching the NHL and then now thinks that he knows what he's doing. And I must say he's a great guy, meaning that he has a great personality, he's funny, but that enough is just not enough. So you're going from Rothenberg, whose hockey system is quite boring. He doesn't develop players properly. That's the most important thing. That he does not he does not develop young players properly. So you're going from Rothenberg to now Larionov, who, first of all, has nothing but experience, like I've said, on his resume. And then on top of that, he has played hockey himself, but also he has coached for a year or two or a bit more. I haven't done proper deep research, but just a bit. He coached at Torpedo Nizhny Novgorod and has had great success with the development of their system. And now he will bring that system to St. Petersburg. I am very excited. Honestly, I have not felt that good about SKA in a long time. I do think that Rothenberg should stay in the managerial position, meaning like he could become a president. I still want him to stay. I still think that he has a passion, he has a vision, that it's very great. But most importantly, what I really like about Rothenberg compared to others, that one quality I really like about Rothenberg is that he always puts Russian hockey first, no matter what. He says even to the youngsters who are about to go to the NHL, he says, either you are with Russia, either you are with our development, or you can go now. He will not give you special favors. I understand this is a very interesting topic. I do have a lot of conversation. I do have a lot of even arguments with my Russian friends. But I always say you have to develop the hockey in Russia. If you just let everybody go, then you're never gonna develop. It's always gonna be the same cycle. Oh, the young player, like let's just take Ivan Demidov, who starts with SK. He started his career here. While the KHL is not developed yet, I understand and I admit that the KHL is nowhere at the level of NHL yet. But we got to start somewhere. We got to start developing the league. So with that being said, you have to keep the talent so you can bring in the fans and develop Russian hockey. So that is what I really like about Rothenberg, that no matter what, he believes in our league. He believes in our team, and he wants to do all he can. He has a bright picture for Russia, and he wants Russia to be very well respected on the international base. Because that's just, he wants to break the cycle of players, young players starting with the KHL team and then leaving for the NHL right away. And that's not what I want either. You know, we always lose our players all the time. We lost Michkov, we lost Demidov, Podkolzin, etc., etc. We lost so many players, so many young, fantastic players. So that is my concern, and I really admire that of Rothenberg. Now with Larionov, his hockey style is just fantastic. Like I've said, his experience is fantastic, and then on top of that, his coaching style is great. Like he focuses on young development, he focuses on young players, and he doesn't just do dump and chase. He focuses on possession play. He wants strategic plays. He focuses on every single player. He focuses on offensive. Everybody needs to contribute to the play. I would even say, as maybe that is not controversial, but maybe it could be a hot take, but I could sense and smell a bit of some old Soviet style hockey from him. He has like this old school mentality of hockey that he portrays in his formation. And I really like the old schoolness of his hockey. You know, every player has his responsibility. It's not just about dump and chase, just focusing on strategies like Rothenberg. I feel like Rothenberg wasn't developing players. We all know this. Everybody says Rothenberg is not good at developing the young players. It's just because he had a system, dump and chase or whatever, and it was just a whole lot of mess. There wasn't any specific vision. With Larionov, you have respect. Players are gonna, SK players are gonna be very happy to see that. When Larionov is gonna walk in, he already visited SK, but the first game of the season, they're gonna see, oh, this man is very well respected in the NHL community, in the KHL community, in Russia, in North America, and then they're gonna see, oh, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Hall of Famer, but also had development success in Novgorod, Nizhny Novgorod. And then on top of that, wants to add the same system to our club. The players are going to have trust in him. I feel like maybe there was, well, players have not outspoken, which I really like about Russia, is like they keep everything very low key and they keep things very quiet. That's what I like about hockey. Drama don't get out like in other sports. And hockey players just focus on hockey. But I'm pretty sure that there's a few players that had some disagreements with Rothenberg and his system. And it is understandable. The only really a big drama I can think about is Michkov and Rothenberg. Like a big disagreement that went under tabloids and under news. Even I saw some news here, and maybe a bit with Demidov and Rothenberg. That I've also heard some Canadian newscast also reporting on this. But besides that, I haven't seen anything that's, well, like eye-popping or anything massive, like a massive piece of drama. So Larionov has everything to succeed, and there's so much about him to be excited about. He's a legend, honestly. He's a legend. I'm very glad to have him at the club, and we're gonna have a total new system after 3-4 years. There's so much to be excited about. This is wonderful news for SK fans, but I also do want to wish Rothenberg the absolute best in his career. I hope he does stay with SKA in another position, whatever it may be. But I think this is a fantastic signing, and there's nothing but great qualities in Larionov, in his hockey style, in his personality, in his resume. He knows what he's talking about. He has played hockey, and he has played hockey during the Soviet Union style of hockey. So that's different. He knows what he's talking about. The guys will be electric, and this year we're gonna make some noise. Trust me. I think maybe not this year. Maybe I'm being too hopeful. We may win the KHL. We may be KHL champion. That might be a bit too much there. Only I can hope that much. But I know we're gonna make some serious noise in the playoffs with this new system. Now it all depends on the team and the staff, how much confidence they will have in each other. How much time will it take for them to get on the same page and have chemistry? Because it takes time. It's a whole different system for the players after 3-4 years, like I've said with Rothenberg. So it will take some time for success, but once things gets going, it's gonna be nothing but success. We're gonna have some tough times. I'm not saying it's gonna be an easy road. Like KHL is very competitive regardless. It's the second best league of hockey in the world. But it's gonna be we're gonna be the top 5, and we're gonna be fighting, and we're gonna be a team that's gonna be feared. I know it, I trust it, I believe it. So welcome, Mr. Larionov, to SKA. We wish you all the best, to you and your family. We wish you great success at our club. And we also like to wish Mr. Rothenberg the best in his career. Большое спасибо. I wish you all a great day. Take care, everybody. До свидания. Slava SKA.